It was 3 a.m. the other night. My eyes weren't just tired, they were burning, fueled by the blue light of the screen. I had to work in the morning, real responsibilities waiting for me in just a few hours. The dishes were piling up in the sink like a monument to my slot. I didn't have mental energy to swipe through the mindless white of my phone. But I was doing one thing. I was playing a game. And in that heavy silence, the question hit me harder than any boss fight ever could. Why? I know I'm exhausted. I know I need to sleep. I know the word tells me I should be using this time to be more productive, to hustle, to build something tangible. Yet here I am, in front of the screen, clutching the control like it's the only thing keeping me grounded in increasingly chaotic reality. As I sat there, I realized the answer wasn't just about entertainment. It was something much more existential. Today, we're going back to look at pixels. Why do we really play games? Usually, when people ask this question, it comes with a side of judgment. A little sneer, a subtle roll of eyes. Aren't you a bit old for that? You're just wasting your life. Imagine what could you achieve if you put that effort in the real world. Does that sound familiar? Probably. You've heard it from the parents, partners, and friends. But there's irony. Would these same people say that to someone binge watching the 8 hours of Netflix series? Would they say to someone lost in a 600-page novel? Unlikely. Because society still treats the game as a child's play, a hobby that requires constant defensive attorney. This perspective isn't just annoying, it's a barrier. It stops us from understanding the profound psychological reasons why millions of us choose to step into the digital world. So, why do we play? The easy answer is because it's fun. But the fun is just the surface. Underneath, there's a more complex architecture of the human need. Think back to games that defined you. Maybe it was Minecraft, where you spent weeks building a cathedral just because you could. A testament to your own creative will. Or maybe it was just driving through in a city in GTA, listening to radio and ignoring the missions just to feel a sense of aimless, burdened freedom. These games are worlds apart, but they all satisfy deep-seated human hunger for agency and control. In our daily lives, we are often just the passengers in the system. We didn't design. We can't control the economy or bosses or general chaos of the world. But in the games, you're the architect. You're the commander, every choice carries a weight, and for a few hours, the power is entirely in your hands. This power is amplified by a constant loop of the progress that real life often lacks. In a physical world, results are slow and often invisible. You go to the gym, you don't see the muscles for months. You work hard, but promotion is years away. The games, however, feed your brains with instant feedback. You hit the enemy, their health drops immediately. You finish the quest, and you gain XP instantly. This is tangible, rewarding sense of the growth that validates the effort in real life. When a game balances this challenge perfectly, it triggers what psychologists call flow state. It's that sweet spot where a task isn't so easy that it's boring, but it's not hard that it's frustrating. It's a state of total immersion where the noise of outside finally goes quiet, and your mind is allowed to focus with absolute clarity on a single, meaningful goal. Escapism. Is it a dirty word? I don't think so. You only need to break from the gravity of reality. Games are simply the most immersive sanctuary we ever built. Unlike the movies, where you watch someone else to be brave, in a game, you are the one standing your ground. I'll be honest with you, during some toughest chapters of my life, times of intense pressure and deep isolation, games were my lifeline. When I stepped into a world like Skyrim, the crushing volume of my real-world problems was turned down to a whisper. It gave my mind a place to rest, a digital liminal space where I could recharge so I could find the strength to fight again next day. But there's a balance. Using games to recharge is healthy. Using them to hide until your life falls apart is a symptom of the different problem. The question then isn't why I'm playing, but rather what I'm running from. People laugh when you say the game teach you things. They think it's just about mashing. They couldn't be more wrong. Games teach us that failure is a temporary. Every game over screen is just a lesson in disguise. You don't quit, you respond. You learn pattern, you adapt, and you try a different way. That is the most vulnerable mindset you can carry into the real life. They also foster critical thinking and radical empathy. When you play a story-driven game, you aren't just observing the character's grief, but you're carrying the weight of it. You understand different choices because you were the one forced to make them. You learn to solve complex problems and navigate the systems in a way the textbooks never could explain. Games aren't just toys. They're communities for lonely, canvases for creative, and digital cathedrals for the curious. To look down on them is misunderstand the human spirit's fundamental need for play, what philosophers call homo ludens. I play because I want to grow. I play because I want to feel in control. I play because sometimes I just need a dream, and there's absolutely no shame in that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.